I think. Yes. Top of the morning to you. Let's see, are we on all the platforms? Looks like we're on 4 of them. I worried about that because Facebook went and did some changes. Facebook, you don't need to make changes every 4 minutes. All right, let's see which one's not working here. YouTube. I'm not on YouTube yet. No, am I on YouTube? No, I'm on YouTube. Okay, I'm on everything. Okay. All right. We're on everything. The computer's just being funky this morning. Good morning, Deidre. Good morning, Mark Sikolis. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, man. All sorts of stuff is breaking this morning. I got my napkins in case I spill my coffee on myself. Let's do some coffee because, man, oh, man, do I need coffee right now. So there'll be a few hiccups in the show this morning. And I'm going, oh, man. Yep. Gonna spill everywhere. What's that? It feels like a Monday today. Good morning, Marie. Yes, it has been. I agree. All right, now it says that we're connected to everything. Okay, good. We're connected to everything. Yay! Good morning, everybody. I still don't have all my other stuff working, but what are you gonna do? We're live. We can't fix it now. Hey, on the show this morning, we've got a good one for you. We've got the City Limit. They are from New Jersey. Is that how you say that properly? New Jersey. That's probably not even how that accent goes. I don't know either. Anyway, we'll be checking in with them. An exciting new band coming out of there. Their music is currently being played on the radio and all sorts of cool stuff. So here we are. Second day of silly technology. I know. Second day of spring. I guess yesterday was the first day of spring. I saw some birds on the lawn yesterday morning. That was exciting. We haven't seen them yet this morning, but maybe it's a little cold for them. It's only, 30-something degrees? Yeah. We're gonna do a temperature.
It's 36.
It's 36 now.
Right now, high of 54 and sunshine.
Oh, man. It's going to be 54 degrees today in Vermont, folks. That is some good news. We are going to be utilizing and taking advantage of our back porch.
Yeah, right.
This afternoon. Maybe we could eat breakfast on the back porch. It might be a little cold.
Yeah, it might be more like
Lunch? Maybe we'll do lunch. Oh, man. All right, well, let's get this show started, shall we? Grab yourself a cup of coffee, and I will be your Todd. Coffee with Todd starts right now. Ta-da! Thank you.
You're welcome.
Danielle says to me right as we come back on, don't forget your microphone. I said, oh, thank you. Because I'll tell you what,
This morning.
the way this morning started so far, we're lucky that microphone's on right now. Good morning, Lucy. Good morning, everybody. Yay. Oh, I forgot to check something. Hold on, y'all. Look at this. Everything's backwards for me this morning. I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay. All right. Let's get more coffee. Yes. Without spilling on myself, hopefully. It's so funny, this coffee pot is like 8 times out of 10, it pours perfectly and it doesn't spill at all. And then the other 2 times, it just comes out in a spout like this. And those 2 times usually happen to be on Coffee with Todd. Morning, Joe. On the show this morning, we are going to be talking to New Jersey-based band The City Limit. They're going to be calling in from there. I can't remember what town in New Jersey exactly it is. We will ask them. They'll be calling in just a few minutes and chatting with us. I'm very excited to have them on the show. They're tearing it up right now. Next week on Coffee with Todd, we have a Vermont-based artist, Steve Hartman. I've done a bunch of shows with Steve over the years. You've probably seen him if you've gone to shows at Higher Ground or the Champlain Valley Fair. He plays there every year. He plays all over New England. He's gonna be joining us. But the City Limit is first. All right. Yeah. Let's play a song. Ah! This is my guitar. Probably should tune. So, I've been seeing on Facebook that the SAP has been running. We got our hair cut yesterday, and our hairdresser was saying that they've been making some maple syrup. So I know that the sugar makers are out there right now utilizing the cold nights and the warm days and making that liquid gold that they call maple syrup. And I can't wait. I can't wait to get some 2021 maple syrup. We'll see if it tastes better than that 2020 maple syrup. 2020 was one of them years, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One of them years that hopefully we don't have to do again. Cut my fingernails because they were getting a little long, and so I don't know how the finger picking is going to go. I also cut my fingernails because I ripped Danielle's finger off yesterday. She went to grab my hand, and I went to grab it back, and my thumbnail, I think it was, just dug into her thumb, and I actually broke the skin. Yeah, mean. So so I had to cut my finger picking thumbnails because they're claws. Yeah, so I don't know how. We'll see how they grip on the strings. This song was originally recorded by Bobby Bear. It's been covered by oh so many people along the years. Graham Parsons, Emmylou Harris, Charlie Pride. It's called The Streets of Baltimore. Sold the farm to take my woman where she longed to be. We left our kin and all our friends back there in Tennessee, and I bought those one-way tickets she had often begged me for. I took her to the streets of Baltimore. Filled with gladness when she saw those city lights. She said the prettiest place on earth was Baltimore at night. And now a man feels proud to give his woman what she's longing for, and I kind of like the streets of Baltimore. Got myself a factory job. I run an old machine, and I bought a little cottage in a neighborhood serene. Now every night when I come home with every muscle sore, she dragged me through the streets of Baltimore. Yep. Well, I did my best to bring her back to what she used to be, but then I learned she liked those bright lights more than she liked me. Now I'm going back on that same train that brought me here before, while my baby walks the streets of Baltimore. Yeah, my baby walks on the streets of Baltimore. Oh, cool. Marie says the syrup is good already. She tried some. Yes. So excited for maple syrup. Happy spring to you as well, Linda. Yay. Yeah. Right, David? Good point. He says, where the hell is Charlie Pronto this morning? I think he...
Your dad sleeping in today?
No, I don't think so. Lindy's watching, so I think maybe they're sharing the same phone. You know, I was thinking the other day, it's really funny how, you know, most of the shows that I play, they do this announcement before the show where they tell people or they ask people nicely to please put away their phones and put them on silent so it doesn't interfere with the performance. But in this case, many of you are probably watching on your phones. So don't put away your phones and don't put them on silent. It's very, very important. That's what I thought. There was, yeah. So I'm guessing that Uncle Ray is watching too, Lindy. They're in Jupiter, Florida. They're visiting my uncle lives there, and Dee Dee. and it's a family trip they do every year. But my dad's been down in Florida anyway since he escaped the cold. He's a smart man. So yeah, so there. Well, hi everybody. Good morning. I'm trying to think if I should do another song before we bring our guests on. I feel like doing another song. What one should I do? It's your choice, Miss Danielle. It's your choose. What one is it? She's feeling the pressure this morning. We'll do this. Let's capo it way the hell up here so it sounds like a mandolin. I feel it because spring is in the air. I see trees of green, red roses too. Well, I see them bloom, yeah, for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white. I see bright blessed days and dark sacred nights. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, they're so pretty in the sky, and also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. And I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. Well, they'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. Ah, yay. I love that song. You know, that is probably my favorite song of all time. That song. It's just perfect. I actually recorded that song. See? What? Oh, mirror image. There we go. On this album. And I did it legally. I got the rights and everything. Paid the writers their royalties. And speaking of that album, I've got one to give away this morning. So, as we do here on Coffee with Todd, if you share the video, you could win a prize. Hey, so if you shared the video last week, you were in the running for this CD. Well, not this one. I'll get a brand new one for you, and it'll be signed, and I will mail it to you free as a thank you for watching Coffee with Todd and sharing the video. And let's see who wins the CD this week. Thank you, Hillary. See you later, Dave. Good morning, Rita. Your grandmother's watching.
Hi, Grammy.
Okay, the winner of this CD. Watch this. We're going to do some magic here. I've put the name in the CD. All right, drum roll.
Oh, goodness.
That's a good drum roll. Aha! Christopher McGrail. He's our neighbor. Did you rig that, Christopher? Did you sneak over last night and put your name in the hat extra times? I'm just kidding. Congratulations, Christopher. You've won yourself a signed Todd Pronto CD. Normally, I would direct message you after the show and ask for your address so I could send it to you. But since you live literally in my backyard, I'll hand deliver this to you. Oh, it's funny. So let's see. We gave away a mug last week. We gave away a cup. We gave away a CD this week. Should we give away a mug again next week? I think so. Yes. A Coffee with Todd coffee mug. Could be yours. Now, there's a couple ways you could do it. One, you could buy one using one of the links above or below, depending on which feed you're watching. Or two, you could share this video and try your luck. And next week, we'll take the names of everybody that shared the video, and we'll pick a name and give them a coffee mug. Now, if you want to support the show, I appreciate it. You can do that one of many ways. You can buy a coffee mug. You can buy a CD. That helps support the show. Or you can give me a tip. We have a virtual tip jar in the description, either PayPal or Venmo. And it just helps me keep the show going, the streaming costs and the time and money invested in it. Now, the show is free, obviously. This isn't like HBO where we give you a little teaser and then we take it away from you. The show is free, but a little help is always appreciated. So, thank you much, y'all. I'm all done harassing y'all now. Let's get to our guests. Thank you, Deidre. Jared, you don't have that album? We'll have to take care of that. All right, we've got some strange connectivity issues going on here at Coffee with Todd headquarters today. We've got some technical whoopsies. That's the real term, whoopsies. So bear with me if there are any problems. Other than the normal problems of my brain not functioning properly. Well, let's get our guests on here. Their name is The City Limit. They're a band out of New Jersey, and they are on Coffee with Todd via satellite, via internet this morning. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How y'all doing?
Good. Happy to be talking with you. Thanks for having us on.
What part of New Jersey are you guys actually from?
Northern New Jersey, Morris County, the Sussex County area, about an hour outside New York City.
Okay.
Right now, this studio / school we're in is actually in Morristown, so that's where George Washington set up his headquarters before crossing Delaware.
Ah, well, I've got my map of New Jersey here because I'm not real familiar. Oh, I see where you're at. Okay.
Basically, where like three states meet almost.
Yeah. How far away from Manhattan are we?
From here, we're like 30 minutes from that.
Yeah, about a half hour
I live
outside
like
here.
30 minutes from that as well. So
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sort of familiar with. I mean, I'm familiar with Newark, New Jersey, obviously because of the airplanes.
And the violence.
Yeah, yeah, and I've driven through the state. I've played in a town called Tuckerton or something like that, like down near Atlantic City somewhere. But
Deeper than
Yeah,
we are,
that's
way
that-
deeper.
that's south.
Yeah,
That's
that's
very
fine.
north.
That's a few hours from here. That's like 2.5 hours from us.
yeah, yeah, it was a haul. Like we just kept driving and driving. We're like, where are we going?
Yeah, there's
North and south are like two different worlds.
yeah, a whole lot of stuff to see in this shitty little
Especially
state.
North has a lot of beautiful like landscapes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very nice.
nice to
Are you guys all like? Are you all natives of New Jersey or?
Yep.
Born and
Yeah.
raised. It was one time you worked for like immediately. It was like in Middletown, New York, which is about 20 minutes outside of Jersey.
Oh, you're kind of like that too, right?
Yeah. But like, you know, Jersey.
Close
I'm-
enough.
Born in Denville, New Jersey, raised in El Paso, still live in Jersey, so I'm born and raised. I should say.
Is it a
How you were like shit.
is it a prerequisite, like if you're from New Jersey, that you have to like Bruce Springsteen, or is that not a?
I don't like Bruce Springsteen.
I was never much
I
of a
appreciate
fan.
his talent.
We've been told it's Scott here though. He loves them, and I never really got into him until me and him started hanging out. And actually,
Yeah.
he's actually great. I love him.
For me, like Wildly Innocent and the E Street Shuffle and Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey, those two records like defined my
What about The River?
teenage years. The River was good too. It just wasn't quite up there with the first.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. No, those are all fantastic. I mean, your big claim to fame, like whenever they talk about music from New Jersey, it's either Springsteen or Bon Jovi. So I'm.
We forget about the Misfits though.
Misfits, yeah.
Oh, the Misfits. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's good to see a new group of people coming up and getting some other names on the charts, you know?
Yeah, we're trying.
Those guys are all old news.
Very old man.
Didn't Bruce Springsteen just get a DUI or something?
Yeah, he's alive. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the weirdest DUI. Like, he was on his motorcycle and some fans recognized him. So, like, he took a shot with him and then, like, the cop pulled him over or whatever. But he only.
Oh, so it was like
Yeah.
that cop just wanted to be like, I gave Bruce Springsteen a DUI.
He probably got like the whole precinct was probably like a closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you did
The guy was a rookie, didn't even know who Bruce Springsteen was.
Yeah, maybe.
He probably, I probably didn't even know. Well, he only blew like a. It was real low. Like I don't. He got acquitted from it because I don't think it was a high enough.
He literally took the one shot. That was it.
Yeah, it's like years ago they pulled Willie Nelson's tour bus over and busted him for having like a bunch of pot and mushrooms, and it's like, well, isn't that like shooting fish in a barrel? You know.
Literally.
Dude, they knew what they were doing.
So for our audience, I kind of introduced you, but let's have you guys, if you were to explain who the City Limit was to my Coffee with Todd audience, who would you say you guys are?
We are four lifelong musicians who each kind of come from pretty different musical backgrounds, and we kind of all connect on a love of blues and R&B and pop music and funk and rock, and we realized that we had more common ground than not common ground, and we decided to start writing songs together and making music, and we're just especially amid the pandemic in 2020, we're just doing our best to keep the music alive, stay creative, keep promoting our songs as best way we can, considering most of society shut down.
Yeah.
They're getting true.
Yeah.
What's it like as far as all the like restrictions and shutdowns and stuff in your area right now?
I would say it kind of feels like a season, like sports now. Like it's like winter is off season.
Yeah, literally.
Summer, it's like season, spring, summer season's coming up. Where
That's a great way to
Scott and I-
cobwebs off the track.
Yeah, exactly. Practicing a lot. Scott and I had a couple or a few acoustic shows, nothing crazy, but
Yeah.
we got some stuff coming up in the warmer months.
Yeah,
hopefully.
it's like gig season.
Yeah, we booked like a dozen shows already for like summer months, spring and summer months, and we're it's in talks to book more, so we're just trying to take it one step at a time.
That's great, man. Yeah, it's been a weird year for all musicians, I think.
Yeah.
So
You said it, brother.
did you guys
Yeah,
You gotta just get after it.
yeah. Did you guys like meet in school or did you how long have y'all known each other?
But Scott and I had met through, we used to rehearse at the same practice studio in Rockland, New Jersey, Backroom Studios. And we just met through there and we started jamming together and started writing songs. And then, we recorded an EP a couple years back, which led us to meeting Mike and our current drummer now, Sean Farrelly. And we've been, it's been great. We've been jamming.
Yeah, essentially the band was already like the city limit when I joined, and also when the drummer joined.
but it was definitely a very different band. You go back and listen to our first record, Dreaming in the Back Room. We recorded that with a dear friend of the band still to this day, Sean Myers, and his brother, Matt Myers, who are two unbelievably talented musicians. He's a drummer, his brother's a keyboard player. Anthony recorded the first record with him. And then we, like shortly after Sean left the band, and we were like, well, at least we had this really good record to try to shop it around and find some people who are like-minded to us and who kind of vibe with what we're doing. And, with Sean, Anthony had actually been friends with Sean, our drummer, for several years,
Yeah,
right?
I met Sean, my friend met Sean probably 7, 8 years ago, our drummer.
It's funny actually because both Sean and Anthony kind of come from the more hardcore scene. They're both in like metal bands, kind of more like hardcore prog bands, stuff like that. Previous, and so was Sean Myers, our previous drummer, prior to joining this band. So they kind of knew each other from that scene. So when we needed a drummer, we were already kind of buddies with Sean Fairley, drinking buddies, just kind of like, lads. And so we asked him to join, and it was so funny. We were so nervous asking him to join. We were asking the head cheerleader out, like with a nerdy kid asking my hot chick out.
Right.
But so I remember being nervous as hell to ask him. And as soon as we asked him, he was like, "I was waiting for you to ask. Are you kidding me?" Yeah. So he joined, and not long after that, we were at an Irish pub in Newton, New Jersey called Sheridan's. We were seeing great place. We're seeing this band called Mungo's List, who are close friends of this band, New Jersey-based band. And he has a band called Mike Soul Collective, really good neo soul, kind of like fusionish band, and they happened to be playing at the same show on the same ticket. Me and Anthony were at the bar, and we're watching Mike Soul Collective play, and we were like, we need a guy like that, meaning Mike. We need a guy like that in the band, like a keyboardist who could just like do it all like that. And Anthony's like, yeah, but he'd never want to join the band. He's got his own fucking thing. Long story short, afterwards, me and Mike ended up drinking out on the balcony, like just talking for like an hour or so. Next day, he looks up our record, loved it apparently, and was like, "Would you guys like a keyboardist?" And we were like, "Yeah."
I think we were over my house and we just like acoustic jammed. And,
yeah, we just jammed,
and it was like nice. It was really like went well. Sometimes when you jam with new people, it's like it can be absolutely terrible, or it can be great, or somewhere in the middle. But for you guys, definitely like a great feeling.
instantly.
It was nice. It felt like we all kind of came from the same brain in a way.
It was like meant to be.
Yeah. Well, and the keyboard's such a like integral part of your sound, or at least I'm only familiar with the current EP, so but to me the keyboard really rounds out a lot of stuff in there.
Definitely, and so I remember recording the first album, and me and Anthony are super influenced by artists like Daft Punk and Phoenix and a lot of like more electronic bands and stuff like that. We weren't really able to convey any of that on the first record. We just didn't really have we didn't have keyboards, like we had Matt Myers, who was an amazing keyboardist. He literally jumped on the project like a week and a half before we went to the studio. So it's not the same as having an actual member helping to come up with, generate ideas, helping to come up with the arrangements and everything. That's a completely different thing. And so this time around, we were able to make kind of like a record that sounds the way we wished the first record sounded,
Yeah. So there's just so many things you can do with keyboards, like, just not even just the tone itself. There's like an infinite number of possibilities, like synthesized sounds, like weird bell sounds, like actual pianos, electric pianos, there's some in town.
And he's so good at like, he's like a tone hunter. He's so good at that, like finding just the perfect tone for the situation, for the song. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys are a 4-piece, but you sound a lot bigger than that, and a lot of that's just yeah. Well, let's play one of your videos so the Coffee with Todd viewers can see what we're talking about. The first one I'm going to play is the Outside Looking In.
yeah.
I believe, I don't know if this is for certain, but is this your latest single?
No, so our latest single is actually Beneath Your Love, which I believe you also have queued up to play. This is actually not a single at all. This video you're about to see was literally when we were in the studio recording, and we had like just finished this song, and our producer Kevin Antrazian, who's the guitar player for Dillinger Estate Plan, he was our producer, and he was like, I would love to shoot like you playing this song basically. So I set up in the sound room, and they, he basically shot me from a few different angles, and then ended up using the recording that you find on the EP as the final backtrack for the video.
Nice.
It's a little promotional piece.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, well, let's check it out.
All right. Cool.
My feet, but today I think we both played our part in this game of who's gonna fall first. I fall to say that it may be all we're gonna be, but there is no part of me that does not feel you all the time. I just can't act like I am fine, 'cause you're here every other night, but can't come the morning light. So don't leave me on the outside looking in. Don't make this even harder than it is. Don't leave me on the outside looking in. Once again, you're blowing up my phone. It's 10:30. You make your way to my place. You're 3 drinks in. You're saying whatever words you think I'm gonna lie, but your words will change once you're through the night. So it may be all we're gonna be, but there is no part of me that does not feel you all the time. I just can't act like I am fine, 'cause you're here every other night, but dark in the morning light. So don't leave me on the outside looking in. Don't make this even harder than it is. Don't leave me on the outside looking in.
That sounds fantastic, guys. You know, I have to commend. I don't want to make this all about your keyboard player, but the piano in that song is fantastic.
That's a great piano solo. Everything in that song basically what he does.
I have a close friend. Named Joe Kraus, a childhood friend of mine, and when he first listened to the record, he's like, you know, like it's crazy that your keyboard player could do like the whole synth-driven like Daft Punk type thing, but then also do like a really clean like jazz piano solo. Like that takes, you know. And I was like, yeah, I guess he's good.
I never said it was.
I guess he's all right.
Yeah, he's all right.
You're kind of
Did you study like did your parents like make you take piano lessons when you were a kid? Or?
When I was like 5, they you know, the classic parent making your kid do lessons thing, very classical oriented. But then I got a cool teacher who was when I was like maybe 12 or 13, who was more into like blues and jazz. And then she started to ask me to like bring her songs that I wanted to learn. When I started getting into like these weird like Radiohead piano songs, and then all these very songs that I wanted to play, and that like really helped the spark. And then I kind of took a break in high school. I didn't really play piano at all for like 4 years. I just kind of like was doing something really different. And then in college, got back into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun teaching.
great childhood and everything. Yeah.
So it's a good thing, man. I resisted it for my parents, and to this day I can't play piano. So
Yeah, it's like the lessons as a kid is like a long band-aid taking off for many years.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe it.
I took drum lessons as a kid. I made my parents get me drum lessons when I was like 5. I studied drums from like 5 to about like 12, 13. Then I decided I didn't like sit by the kit. I didn't like lugging the kit around. I wanted to write songs. Then I started teaching myself bass around 13. Then around 14, a friend of me and my brother brought a guitar over. I started, tinkering around with that, realized that was what I wanted to do. And just stuck with guitar since I was 14. So like he was saying, I think that lessons as a kid is like it's a really important thing that you take yourself for later for having gone through. It's like it's a really reinforcing as an adult, as a musician.
Yeah, the guitars of you get to rock out. You do some little licks in there.
Yeah. One thing I definitely said to myself on both the first record and this record is I didn't want to play too much guitar like on the record, meaning too many solos, too much too much of that. We like to think of it very much like the Grateful Dead. For the Grateful Dead, you listen to a song like Quincy Jones, like 2.5 to 3 minutes in the record. When you see them live, they might jam it out for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You might not go to the 20 minute, degree. I think that taking a song to 3.5 minutes in the record and then being able to jam it out, then being able to do the guitar solos and stuff, that's a really fun thing to do live. It really distinguishes your live sound and your live approach to the songs from your studio recording version.
So do you guys go on like long epic jams when you're live, or does it depend on the crowd and the mood and all that stuff?
I would say
Yeah. If we can, we will. Yeah, and the song, depending on the setting.
We do there's some songs in particular, and we do longer cover band sets with our originals mixed in, where we kind of do solos for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
There'll usually be 1 or 2 songs where we just go off on that song for a while.
Yeah, because sometimes we have to play a 3.5 hour set or whatever. And also at the end of the day, we're a blues band. We love blues musicians, and obviously one thing that's kind of a staple of blues music is covers. So we love integrating covers and stuff into our sets. So all that kind of stuff really lends itself to jamming. We kind of sound like a pop band on the record, just in terms of how concise and short and everything is or whatever. But when you see it live, it kind of opens up and you kind of become a little bit of a jam band.
Yeah, more of our influences start to creep in.
Definitely.
Well, let's play a live video then.
Yeah.
So this one was in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Great place called Sarah Street Grill. Wonderful. Awesome place. They're so good to up and coming musicians. Basically, they have a great stage, great sound guy, great sound system. Band sounds great when they play there, and they record you from all these different angles, and they like broadcast the speed not only around the restaurant on both floors, but they broadcast it online on Facebook for people at home to watch it. And man, if every venue was like that place, the world would be a much better world.
That's super cool. Well, let's check it out.
Strip down to this track, let that back dress hit the ground. Your old man sewing paps back, creeping around the cul-de-sac, searching for our primal self. You're probably out down the 10th route, heading out west to have some fun. Wherever you mark that target, Marty, I always shoot that gun. Lovers in the meadowlands, paratroopers trying to stand on solid ground for just one night. From your window to the diner, that's what dictaphones are buying, shooting buzzfeeds through our side. Molly saved the day, brought him up with the hardest sky. Don't lie either way, I want us to leave each other behind. On as a FedEx truck, B2 of Route 15. We were driving through the fallout zone together, but feeling alone, the way that Mercy would seem. So we made it to the moose, you know he got us loose. Shoved Jazzy Juniper down our mouth. On the moonstone on his bed said, pull the threads from their heads, don't serve them if they ain't playing loud. Pirates of the upstate, drifting into different fates, but holding on for this one night. Just the jokers and some liars drifting underneath the water. Welcome for the ride. Molly saved the day, caught him up with the hardest sky. I don't lie either way, I want us to leave each other behind. From his hip, kicked the Calliope down to the floor. Me and Mark picked up the bronze, laid out another song, said the bricks to hit out through that door. Now the drummers in the sidecar, psycho at the handlebars, heels up against the road. As the band plugged into play, you could hear those young girls say, those boys sure can roll the boat. Bellow up some melodies, hammering some funky beats, we're wearing hymnals through the night. Just some jokers and some liars drifting underneath the wire. Welcome for the ride. Molly saved the day.
Thank you.
So that one was called Molly Save the Date. Is that correct?
That's correct, and I think our drummer actually just popped in.
All right.
Yeah, let's go grab him. We're gonna grab him for the last night. Bear with us for literally 2 seconds.
Well, while he goes to grab the drummer, let's talk about that epic like synth stuff at the end of that song, because you guys just kind of like went off into this thing, and I was like, whoa.
Well, that's a good example of what we would like to do jamming. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was basically that song we haven't actually recorded yet. But when we play that live, we always like to go a little wild and kind of see where it lands, you know.
Now, is on your bass, are you doing any like synth pads in your bass too, or is that all just the keyboard?
No, yeah, the bass playing, I usually just go direct into my amp and I just use the sound from my amp and my bass. They're pretty natural. I have a pedal board, but I don't really use it for much stuff.
Yeah.
He has a Music Man Stingray 5 from Ernie Ball, and that is just an incredible bass.
Yeah, great bass.
Definitely has like a very unique and remarkable tone. So
Is that a fretless bass?
No. I do own one, but not normally. I don't think fretless live.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
A friend of mine that plays bass with me every once in a while has got a Music Man. I believe it's the same bass, and it sounds like a fretless, but like it's not a fretless.
yeah, I agree with that.
They're really versatile basses. You get a lot with the active takeoff, and you can adjust like the EQ and everything. It's nice. Selector switch, great bass. I love that, man. I'll never sell that.
No way. Well, everything's for sale at the right price, isn't it?
I guess yeah, depending who's
They do say that.
So, did your drummer decide not to come in, or?
No, I think he's still in the lesson.
He's in the lesson.
We just saw him walk by to use the bathroom. I guess.
Oh, gotcha.
We're jealous there.
Yeah.
So busy.
That's all. That's all right, man. Gotta make ends meet. So, do you all do lessons like on different instruments, or?
Yeah, this school is awesome. This place is amazing. They give lessons on literally every instrument, like piano, bass, guitar, drums, vocal lessons, songwriting lessons, music theory lessons, production and engineering lessons. They really do it all. And super talented staff. And Sean is one of the co-owners, 2 other musicians named Dylan Jacobus and Connor Larkin. And yeah, they just do a lot of great stuff for the Morristown, New Jersey community in general. Like we'll literally be out at a bar or at like a restaurant, and like somehow like a waiter or a bartender will overhear us talking at the place, and they'll be like, "Oh, my son takes lessons over there. Oh, my wife takes lessons over there." So
Nice.
they've really done a lot of good, in terms of bringing music to this New Jersey community.
And did I hear you correctly? There's like a macaroni and cheese, no, a grilled cheese restaurant.
There's a lot of great food on our strip.
Oh,
Morristown in general is like Morristown is definitely one of the food meccas in New Jersey. There's so many great restaurants in this town.
Huh. So it's not a restaurant, like it's like literally a grilled cheese restaurant.
Yeah, it's open till like 3-4 in the morning for the bar crowd. When things are normal.
It's called Grilled Cheese at the Melt Factory. That's what the name of it is. Great.
All sorts of shit.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
there's
good.
a great Irish place, which is kind of like our watering hole right across the street. Really good Irish food. There's a lot of great. Anywhere you turn in this town, it's a really cool restaurant around the corner.
I'm gonna have. Do they do folk music anywhere? Because that's my thing. I might have to come down and see the place.
Yeah.
I've seen them do it at the Grasshopper plenty of times. A lot of times.
A lot of places in Jersey would be totally would love it.
Definitely.
Cool. Well, we'll have to come down and because this place where you guys are in right now, this sounds like a really cool place to check out. And I always love some grilled cheese. So
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Plenty of amazing food.
There's a good empanada place by that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
See, here in Vermont, I don't know if any of you have ever been to Vermont before.
Oh yeah, I've been a few times.
Yeah. What parts of Vermont?
Rockford or Rockwood. What was that? And then my brother's wife's parents own a place by Burlington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to like Mount Killington like 3 or 4 times.
Killington.
I usually go like skiing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the This is the state for that. We're super north. Like if you looked at the state of Vermont, we're at the very top northeast corner of it.
Literally all together, like you were saying. It was insane.
Yeah, like we still have snow on the ground, even though in the next couple of days we will see 60-degree weather, which is early for us. It
Yeah.
gives me hope that global warming is true. No.
Yeah, right. We might have snow tomorrow. I heard possibly.
Yeah,
There's some flurries today.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, we got hit pretty hard this winter.
it's been a weird winter, man. Like Texas, I think got more snow than like Vermont really didn't get a lot of snow this year, but thankfully it's so cold here that the ski resorts can at least make snow to make up for that, you know.
Probably 2 feet. Where Anthony lives in Stanhope, New Jersey, 3 feet. I happened to be crashing at his house that night. The next day we wake up, it was like a fucking horror movie. We were like, what the freak? Walls of snow. It took us like literally like six and a half hours to shovel out his driveway. Crazy.
Yeah, and like it's the thing that's funny about that is like here we're prepared for that. So like
Yeah.
we get 2-3 feet of snow and it slows things down for a little bit. But when it happens in an area like where you guys are from, or in Boston or New York City or something, they're just not like they don't have the.
we're used to like a foot. That's fine. But like once it gets over that, it's like all
No,
right.
it definitely gets kind of like apocalyptic. Everybody like shuts themselves in their house, you know, like, and like you know, like the grocery stores, like the day before, it's like a horror movie. You know,
Yeah,
everyone's
everyone's grabbing
grabbing
it.
It's crazy.
Everybody's buying bread and milk.
Yeah.
So what's the writing process like for you guys? Do you all write the songs together, or is it?
The writing process has kind of evolved for us and is continuing to evolve, I'd say. When the band first started, it was like just me and Anthony writing songs on acoustic guitars, like, and then, you know, coming to these guys and having them fill in with arrangements and stuff. That, you know, I have songs like Outside Looking In, or like Wait Until Dawn, another song on the record. But what's really cool now is lately, especially, and with some songs on the record too, I would say, songs like Midnight Driver is definitely kind of like that, Into the Evergreens, just like this, where we come and we kind of like start with like a basic idea, and then everybody starts, you know, kind of stacking Lego bricks on top of it until you get something, you know.
Wake Up Your Mind is definitely another one too.
Yeah, definitely.
That we spent a lot of time on.
Yeah. So again, it was cool to go from being a thing where it was like, you know, freaking like a folk songwriting situation where you're writing on acoustic guitar, everybody else is adding in. And now it feels like a band writing together, and that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a fun sound because I think you guys describe yourself, and correct me if I'm wrong, as like blues pop. Is that correct?
Sometimes we'll use that terminology. It's hard. I feel like it's hard to pin the label.
It's hard to
They were
say.
what we definitely evolved past
Yeah.
that. I would
Yeah.
describe maybe the first record as that
I feel like
genre.
if you listen to the first record, that's much more applicable, and we just kind of kept that moniker and
Yeah.
descriptor. But now that you're kind of pointing it out, like when I listen to this record, yeah, I don't
It's
know.
definitely not blues.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
there's like you've got like some funk elements, and you got like my favorite thing though is like it's real instruments, you know.
Exactly, all the way through.
Yeah, it's not just like samples and loops and stuff, which seems to be like.
Yeah, no, there's no sample in this entire record.
Yeah, I think everything is real.
Literally
Literally
everything.
everything.
Yeah,
That's
we would.
amazing.
We're a band. We like playing. You know, we like jamming.
Yeah, the four of us play everything on the record. Except
Oh no! I was trying to be clever to show everybody what your album cover looked like, and instead I hit on something and it started singing at me. But this is the new one, right?
that's the one. Yeah,
See your way out.
that song that started playing was the song I was about to bring up. That song is the only song on the record where we have additional musicians. These two great musicians who are actually from the Vitamin String Quartet, the cellist and string player. They were on the record, and they're phenomenal players. They really added so much, and that's probably my favorite song on the record because of what they did.
Nice. Now, do you guys record where you are right now, or is this more just a rehearsal space?
Rehearsal, and then we'll pre-record we're
Demos.
trying to do demos, so we know what we're doing when we get to the studio. We recorded the last two at Backroom Studios in Rockaway.
Yeah, that studio belongs to Kevin Trazian, the guitar player from Dillinger Escape Play, who's a phenomenal producer. Really, really brilliant producer.
That's cool. So you kind of do you record like as live as possible, or
Yeah.
do you,
We will, the drums and bass will do basically live straight through, and then Scott will come or Mike will come and they'll or play over that. But
Yeah.
we want that live feel is what we're trying
Yeah.
to go for.
But you kind of get that energy from the business section you record a lot, and then then we're able to have the freedom to experiment with layering guitars, layering keys,
Yeah.
layering vocals and vocal harmonies, things like that.
yeah. It's got that live feel to it though. Like when you listen to it, you can tell the drums and the bass are recorded live, or like at least the musician could tell that.
No, I'm glad.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
we're trying to go for that. We want it to sound as live as possible. We don't want it to sound manufactured whatsoever.
And another thing too is like, this studio we're in right now, we have like the privilege of being able to practice so much here and rehearse together so much, especially leading up to like a recording like this, that once we get into the studio, we already know what we're going to do and what we're going to play. We just play it the way we've been playing it live. And so it really translates into, like you said, sounding like you're kind of sitting in the room listening to the band play.
You've got that, yeah. You got that human element in it, which I'm going to assume that you guys are much younger than I am. What's the age range of your group?
The drummer and I are in our early 30s, 26. These two guys are 26, going on 27.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm an ancient compared to you guys. I've tipped over the 4-0 mark, but
It's still,
Congrats.
you're still, as long as you're still playing music.
well, that's why I play folk music, because I'm the youngest person there.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I've played folk music. I quit a riff rock alternative like grunge band in the late 90s to play folk music, and all my friends were like, what the hell? But I love it. But
Elliott Smith, like a punk band.
Yeah. yeah. Well, the reason I mention age, because there's enough of a generational difference between us. Like most of the people in your age bracket aren't so interested in playing real instruments, or it seems like that. It seems like the loops and the beats and the what is it, Ableton Live or whatever.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
definitely right about that in a sense. But we come from a pretty cool community of people in our basic age range. Everyone's great music, right? Like all of our
I mean,
friends
I would
are such
say
good musicians.
from like a macro scale, like yeah, it's probably true, but like there's definitely like a lot of people. There's a ton of people in the scene that are
Yeah, like just like us. Yeah, like,
and there's like
there's a huge move. You just don't get to hear. It's not
gonna be-
handed to you anymore these days.
I do also have to say that I know a lot of artists who do like a digital thing, looping, and they're extremely talented. And
Yeah.
they make
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to make, But there is definitely like a big difference. Like, this is like the third time I mentioned these guys in this interview, but I think of a band like Daft Punk, where like the early records were all samples and loops and things like that. And then when they did their final record, Random Access Memories, with guys like Nile Rodgers, Hamar Hakim, Nathan East, like some of the greatest musicians of all time. It was all real instruments on that record. And that's their best record in my opinion.
Yeah.
So with that, I love the early ones too. Those have best played by heart. But the jump from like, the 2005 album to that was like huge. And I think that that's like you said, there's just nothing quite like live instruments, and that's a good example of it.
Yeah, I think I think we're going to start to see a resurgence of that.
Hopefully. There's a lot of like people that want that. There's people like Jacob Collier that have sort of blended the mainstream.
Yeah.
And like there's just a ton of like the NPR Tiny Desk series is a great
That's a great show.
one that
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
and a lot of people in my generation love that music. There's a lot of people that really like the
Definitely.
real instruments. So the non-musicians might not necessarily know the difference, but they still like it, and it's
Sure.
much.
That's amazing. Have you guys tried out for the tiny desk?
I would love to do that one.
We
day.
should. I don't know how to go about that.
Well, they do a contest every year around this time where you have to record an original song, and there's supposed to be a desk
Mhm.
in the shot, but sometimes I look and try to find the desk, so I don't think they're loose with that.
I think we could produce a desk to do that.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, you guys should do it. I haven't seen an official announcement for this year yet, but if I happen to see it, I'll shoot you guys an email because
That's a great idea. Thanks.
yeah, because your video production quality is great. So just it could just be like a toy desk. It doesn't even.
Oh, yeah, of course.
For sure.
Yeah, actually, we just shot our latest music video this weekend. We just shot it. That's going to be coming out in the near future. And
Cool.
we're excited about that. It's for "Wake Up Your Mind," which is the first song on the EP. That's going to be our next single. And yeah, we're really, really pumped for that video. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Well, when it comes out, send it to me and I'll share it with my people.
We'll love that. Thanks, man.
Definitely will. Yeah, thank you.
Well, let's play your current single then. You said that "Beneath Your Love" is the
That's the current one. Yeah.
current, and which you filmed outside in what looks like Vermont, but I know it's not.
That's in my backyard.
Yeah, West Orange.
Yeah,
West Orange, New Jersey.
It's actually south.
South.
Scott always
He
gets
They always correct. They're both the same. They're both really Jewish.
But anyway, south. He's Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
But it's South Orange, New Jersey, and it's not my place that I run. But it's a really cool old house, and what I really love about it is just like the aesthetic for like shooting it. We
Yeah.
actually shot a video for my band there as well. But it's just we just decided to like try to get the feeling of just like what it feels like to chill with us,
Yeah.
more or less like an event where we're there and like hang out with people. And it was definitely a cool video.
The whole idea of that video was like Mike throws the coolest parties at his house. Really cool group of friends and everything.
It looked like a cool party.
Yeah.
That's fun. I wish I remembered.
We were so we were like, it's such a cool energy. It'd be great to try to capture in a video. That's what we hopefully did.
Sweet. Well, let's check it out. Do you guys want to introduce it?
Yeah, sure. This is our single "Beneath Your Love," which it's one of the older songs on the record. I think like one of the first ones that we wrote out of the batch. And yeah, it's a song about the trials and tribulations of love. So check it out.
Rain down on me. Let your waters wash away the damage out into the sea. Your winds rage and weigh me down. I'm saying
So how long ago did you guys release that song?
We released that at the beginning or the end of October.
End of October.
Yeah, end of October.
Right around Halloween.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and a mutual friend of ours, Peter Hay, hooked us up for this interview, which is very cool. And
Dude, he's awesome.
yeah, he's been working your guys' record, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He's
doing
been
a
doing,
great job.
he's doing a great job. He's doing really well. Playing all over the country right now. It's great.
That's so cool. What's next for you guys? I mean, I know it's hard to like look too far into the future when we don't really know what the not to sound grim, like we don't know what the future is, but we don't know what the future for live music is just yet.
Industry, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we literally we're just talking before this interview, and we've been talking about it for a minute, trying to make our way out to Colorado, the Fort Collins area, because we've been getting a lot of playtime around there. We have a few friends who live out there too, and we've always this guy visited Colorado and raved about it. Nothing but amazing things to say about it. Me and Mike have wanted to visit forever, so that's I think that we're trying to set our sights on Colorado among others.
Yeah.
Just trying to get some gigs elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to
That's
say.
what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
You know, get out of state. Try to, in other words.
Yeah, we're just trying to expand our horizons.
We're always writing.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And do you have another? You said you just recorded a new video. Is it a new album or is it a new single from the same album?
Single,
Sing the same album promote the EP basically.
Wake Up Your Mind. The first
We are in the process of like songwriting now.
Yeah.
Cool.
We have been like for a
We
while.
kind of have like the next record like mapped out, but at the same time we also want to make sure that we focus on seeing how far this record could go in terms of exposure. So we're doing our best with that. But like he said, we are diligently writing new songs, and the new record is definitely closer to being finished writing than not.
Cool. Well, I don't know if you guys are going to tour Vermont or not, but if you do, I'd love to meet you in person. And I think you guys would go really well in Burlington, Vermont. There's a cool little scene like that.
Tell me that.
And I think ski resorts, I think you guys would do really well with some après ski places in some of the bars, but obviously not this year because there's no après ski.
How's it been going for you guys up here? Is there any live music or is it sparse between?
Not really. There was a little bit of outside stuff until fall hit, and then once fall hits, it's just so cold here.
We played an outdoor
same
show.
here.
We played an outdoor show on Halloween, and it was like 20 degrees out.
Yeah, it was cold.
We still played.
So I remember us sitting like by the stage like 20 minutes before we went on, like, how are we gonna play? We
Yeah,
barely
fingers
move our
are numb.
fingers.
It was tough, but it was definitely worth it.
Did the instruments stay in tune, or?
The guitars were having some trouble,
Yeah.
but like it was still, it was close enough to where like
we were having fun.
it was
It
fun.
was better to play than to not play.
Yeah, I think when by the time the summer rolls around, I think things are going to start to look a little bit better all the way around. So
I think so. Yeah, we're definitely doing a lot of shows. Yeah.
yeah, well, hey, if you have an inkling to come up this way, get in touch with me and I'll hook you up with some different venues that I know of.
We will 100%
We're definitely
We've been talking about trying to do little mini tours here and there, just do something, you know.
Thing is, we have like a lot of friends in Texas. We have a lot of friends in Virginia.
Vermont.
We're friends in Vermont. We
And
have
now Todd.
friends in Tennessee. We've been like thinking like we have like good friends who are always like, come out, play a show, crash on our floor. So we're like, we got to make a tour where we basically crash on other people's floors, look to pay for a hotel room, you know, sleep in the van. Yeah. That's kind of like what we have our sights on, you know.
Yeah, and if you draw like a 4 or 6 hour radius around your area, there's a lot of like areas that you can go to feasibly and just do like little 3 or 4 day.
That's what we love New Jersey. You could literally, like you just said, you draw a little radius around where we are in New Jersey, you can hit a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah, and like the furthest we played a show is Rhode Island. We rented a van and we drove up to Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
like a little bar or whatever. But I remember getting back from that and we were like, that was awesome. We got to do more.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys play in New York at all? I mean, you're.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Good amount.
Yep. Yeah, we played the Bitter End, which you know, very famous.
You should.
venue.
Yeah.
You're a folk
Yeah.
guy, yeah, we
I'm
played-
familiar. Have you guys played at pianos? I feel like pianos would be a
I
good
played
place.
Lightspeed, not this
I've
band.
played there a few times with my other group, but I don't
Yeah.
think
Not this project. Yeah.
We both played a rock.
Rockwood Music Hall.
We literally
Right.
had pianos reaching out to us, asking us to play right before the pandemic.
Yeah, we had some. We actually had a lot of New York gigs, kind of
With the Lansky
in the
another great
the
place.
Delancey. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, this whole thing happened.
Arby's Grocery.
And then same as Asbury Park, we had a lot of Asbury Park, opportunities coming up. And
Yeah.
But we have played some other New York venues like Rockwood Music Hall, which is a really cool gig to play because some of our favorite bands like Wolfpack and Lawrence, another great New York City band. I believe Jacob Collier played there. So
Yeah,
many
wow.
great bands have played there, and that was really happy for that.
Rockwood's a cool place.
So like
Great
intimate
place.
and like big people play there. It's crazy when they do.
that's how we got in touch with Peter Hay. Actually, we found us on their website. We reached out to.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He's a Brooklyn guy, right?
that's right. Yeah.
Right. Well, before we go, if people want to follow you, they want to find you online, how do they find you?
Yeah, we're on it. We're on just about. I think we're on everything but Twitter, which is weird. We're not on Twitter. It's the only thing we're not on. But we're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're not on Twitter. But we're on Facebook.com/The City Limit Band. We're on Instagram. Our handle is _city_limit. We're on all the streaming platforms in terms of our music. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. We're on Apple Music, Google Music. We're on Amazon. All of
Basically
that.
every streaming
every
platform.
streaming platform.
Did you mention we're on every stream?
But on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, we're on TikTok too. We're just I think we're just at the city limit on TikTok. But we're kind of on everything, and we're on also like Bandcamp and SoundCloud and Reverb Nation and all those musician sites.
Do you guys do like 25-second dance videos on TikTok?
No, we're waiting for people to do that to our videos.
Yeah.
We know we
has a
made
bunch,
it.
but Anthony made a few.
Yeah, but I'm not
Never
viral yet.
posted them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not viral.
They're a little lewd and indecent, so I want to keep them off the page.
We're working on some choreographed things.
Yeah.
I haven't ventured into the land of TikTok yet, but if I do, I'll look you guys up.
Yeah, okay.
You're not missing.
You're not
It's a good app to like share things to, and to turn off as soon as you share it.
Yeah.
That's usually what I do.
There's people on it, so you know, and it's there.
Yeah. So we get the songs then.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're missing anything not being on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, and I don't even know why I'm on Twitter because.
arguing all day.
Yeah,
I don't really get it.
And plus, we're a band. What do we need this? We don't just listen to our music. You don't have to hear what we're talking about.
Well, actually, this show is being broadcast live to Twitter, so technically you are on Twitter.
Oh, I apologize, Jack Dorsey. My
Yeah.
bad.
Jack,
Yeah.
don't shut down this blog.
Please don't block.
Shadow Band. Not Shadow
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me. I usually do a cheers with everybody. I don't know if you guys have any.
He has a big thing of water.
Perfect. Let's do a cheers.
Cheers, mate.
That's actually vodka.
Yeah.
That's not true. I mean,
Poland Spring Bud.
yeah.
All right. The City Limit. Here on Coffee with Todd. Man, it is a beautiful day out there. I'm going to do one more song and then we're going to eat our breakfast, which I guess almost qualifies it as brunch at this point. We'll go out there and check out the snow, which is slowly receding across the lawn as the sun melts it. What's the temperature up to right now?
45.
45. Oh man, summer's here in Vermont. That's what we get.
Yes.
Thank you to my guests, The City Limit. Check them out on online, on Spotify, on Apple Music, on everything. Show them some love. Next week, we have Steve Hartman is going to be joining us on Coffee with Todd via satellite. I've done a lot of shows with Steve over the years, so it's going to be so cool to catch up with him. Haven't seen him for, well over a year now. I think the last time we saw him was when we played the Champlain Valley Fair. It seems like forever ago. Thank you, as always, for watching Coffee with Todd each and every Sunday. It means the world to me that you would choose to wake up with a cup of coffee and my little show. If you'd like to show your support, you can hit the links in the description for PayPal or for Venmo, or you can buy yourself one of these handy dandy Coffee with Todd coffee mugs or a CD in the links as well. We are, by the way, giving away another coffee mug. If you share this video, your name will go in the hat for a chance to win a mug. We gave away a CD this morning. So Christopher, you got it. Congratulations. Was all I paid. It was avocado and Bondo gray. She was a pistol when you put it in gear, built like a tank with power steer. I-91, the southbound lane, I hit 120 and she started to shake. Well, I never had such a rush. I left a black Mercedes just eating dust. It was a 74 Dodge Dart, and she handled like a shopping cart with 8-track player and this part. 74 Dodge Dart, slant 6 engine, man, she really tore. She had a big old hole on the passenger floor. You could sit and watch the asphalt fly, with the pedal to the metal, baby, hold on tight. It was 74 Dodge Dart, and she handled like a shopping cart with 8-track player and used parts. 74. I have an itch right there. Dodge Dart. Drive slow, it's the open road and the radio. Whoa, hey, rubber and tire, you can't beat the freedom of your first car. It was a 74 Dodge Dart, and she handled like a shopping cart with 8-track player and used parts. 74 Dodge Dart. First taste of freedom, a work of art. 74 Dodge Dart. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for spending some time with us this morning, having your morning coffee. Thank you to the City Limit for joining us as well. Check them out online. And we will see you online next week. So, as always, be safe and be well. Enjoy spring now that it is sprung. Hopefully, this isn't fake spring where we get a big snowstorm next week, but so far it looks like spring might be here. Oh, that would be fun, Linda. I like that idea. She says that we should have people film themselves singing Dodge Dart and then splice them all together. I like that idea. Maybe we'll do that. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful Sunday. Have a wonderful rest of the week. And we will see you next Sunday right here. Same time, same station. Wherever you're watching right now, we'll be here at 9 o'clock next Sunday. Right here on Coffee with Todd. Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much.